Hello everybody and welcome to Oliver Gamer 3 channel playing Sonic Generations. I'm not gonna get it. I can't get it. I can't pull it together. You're so much faster than I am.
You really can I? Can you?
Hello, my name is Oliver Gamer 3. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, guys, we're watching Ollie play Sonic Generations again, and that's awesome because Sonic Generations is awesome. And this is actually a funny mission because what Ollie's doing is he's playing one of these fun little side missions. People hate these. I liked them, but right now he's got Knuckles, and Knuckles is doing what Knuckles does, and finding coins underground. It should be emerald shards, but I don't care. It works.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know either.
So anyway, it looks like Knuckles has like predetermined areas that he's supposed to be digging, and you have to find so much money in so much time. So I actually, again, as far as these go, I thought they were okay. I didn't have a problem with them, but it's actually really funny because the reviews, all of the reviews that give Sonic Generations negative scores, actually give them negative scores because they require you to do like next to no side quests, but they require you to do them anyway.
Yeah.
I think each world requires you to do like, what, 2 side quests? No, you need 3 keys, right?
Yeah, so 1 for each level.
1?
But you can...
People complained about 1 side quest?
Yeah.
Man, that is
for
like...
1 level.
I don't even know, man. That is like breaking hairs with like... anyway, whatever.
I don't know. You only have to do 9 in the entire game.
And you know what's crazy to me, Ollie? Is if you don't want to do anything boring, there's like races you can do. It's like, you can replay levels and just get a better time, and they'll give you the key for it. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's like 1/10 of all the things you can do in this game.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the thing too, because there's so much variety. It's like, you know what? I don't feel like doing the bubble shield challenge. Well, that's cool, man. If you don't feel like doing the bubble shield challenge, then why don't you do the race against the other Sonic? I don't feel like doing that either. Well, that's cool because you can dig for treasure with Knuckles. Nah, Knuckles sucks. Well, I don't know, man. You could honestly just play the stage with a weird characteristic to it. Nah, like, what are you complaining about? Enjoy Sonic. Just do it.
You should just play like modern rooftop run with a skateboard on, and it's freaking badass.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like, who has any complaints about that? Is sweet.
That is one of the most... I was gonna say weird sentence. That is one of the most greatest side quests. That is still a weird sentence.
One of the greatest side quests.
One of the greatest side quests of all time, like snowboarding down rooftop run. It's fantastic.
That's awesome. Someone thought that up, and that is just awesome.
Yeah.
It's like
this guy needs an Oscar.
What's that?
This guy needs an Oscar for screenplay adaptation.
Oh yeah. Now, I mean, like, I can play this game 100 times just for doing, again, the Crisis City. I've got that speed run down to like a science, but it's just, I don't know, it's fun to play. It's funny, I'm looking at Knuckles here, right? Not now, he's gone now, but yeah. I was looking at Knuckles, and my first thought actually is that I don't want to be this guy because I think it gets too much heat at this point anyway, but as far as it goes, I mean, seriously, as far as it goes, Knuckles looks so much better now than he does in Sonic Boom. It's actually kind of crazy. And I realize I don't want to be, again, the guy who points out that, oh, the design on the characters is bad, because it is bad. It is bad.
It is really bad. Have you seen, like, it's a picture of, like, the evolution of Sonic's design? Like, you have the picture of, like, in the beginning of the 90s where like his legs were 10% of his body character.
Yeah.
And then like in the Adventures, it's like a 20%. Like in Sonic Boom, it's like a 50%.
50%
and then there's like
slip.
And then like there's a prediction of like 2025 where it's just
legs.
like 2 meters. 2 meters legs.
I love it. I love
hilarious.
it. Now, that's the funny thing though, man. You made good time on that. This is the funny thing about that Sonic Boom thing, though. I don't want to be this guy again because everyone knows the characters suck. Like, the game was bad.
Everybody is this guy.
It looks stupid. I actually think that modern Sonic looks fine. Like the one you're playing as right now, I think he looks perfectly fine. I don't see any problem with him. I've always been a fan of kind of chubby, fat Sonic, but it's just because he looks funny. It's not because I always thought old Sonic looked cool. I just thought he looked funny.
Huh.
Like, because he's cute. He's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the problem with modern design. Like, I'm getting really nerdy here because, as you might know, I've worked several times in the past with people from, like, community of Sonic the Hedgehog fanbase and stuff like this, and we always come to one conclusion. Classic era Sonic was supposed to be that chubby 90s guy. He's supposed to remind you of the 90s.
Yeah.
How, you know, stuff like this. And Adventure Sonic is like this 2000 guy, which has edginess, which has attitude, which has, you know, classic Sonic, but in a modern scenario. Modern Sonic suffers from Japanese worst defender cuteness, where everything has to be cute.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Kirby thing, right? Like the
precisely.
Where in the American Kirby, it always just has like a scowl on his face.
Yeah.
And whereas Japanese Kirby always looks like he just wants a really big hug.
Exactly.
Except he would eat you and take your powers.
That just strikes me as weird because it kind of goes against the characters in those occasions. Like, you can even say that Modern Sonic is actually like a misrepresentation of both American and Japanese culture in his design, because, like I said, he has cuteness, and he also suffers from one of the worst cliches in American culture in terms of design: comedy. They tried to shove so much comedy aspect into the character Sonic that it kind of it doesn't fit the character anymore. At least that's my thought on it.
Absolutely. Well, they're marketing him. That was my problem with him, right? Like they were marketing, they were making cartoons, they were making toys, and they said to themselves, like, let's change up the design. Let's give people something to talk about. And what better way to make a marketing strategy than to have change? So as far as it goes, I really like Modern Sonic as far as it goes. Because, I mean, I'm watching you play this game right now, and it's super fast, and it's super fun, and it's just enjoyable as a whole, right? I've played lots of Sonic games like this. I don't know why people complain about Sonic Adventure 2 for that.
What did they complain about?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, oh, you know, it's not quick enough for me, or it's like the gameplay is too...
Sonic Adventure 2 is not quick enough?
Yeah, I was gonna say, just look at my best time on Final Race Zone. We'll talk about that. But anyway, yeah, people like to complain. People like to complain. I don't agree.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
Exactly.
I'm a basic bitch.
What's that?
I go to Starbucks in the morning. I'm a basic bitch.
I'm telling you, man, like I have so little complaints with Sonic Generations. It's actually sort of hilarious. I was telling Jesse the other day because he was saying that he wants to do a Sonic Generations Let's Play too, and I said I'd probably do one in the future as well. But the next one I would do is Sonic Heroes if I was gonna do a Let's Play, right? I mean, like, it wouldn't be for a long time. I've got other stuff, but the point I'm getting at here is not that I'm advertising. It's because Jesse and I are talking about that, and immediately when I mentioned Sonic Heroes, right? Jesse and I are like, oh man, Sonic Heroes is so good. And I'm like, yeah, it is really, really good. And then I thought back and I said, but have you played it recently? And he goes, yeah, it's really touchy. And it is really touchy. But that doesn't mean I don't love it all the same, right?
No, I get it. Like, I just cannot stand Team Chaotix.
Oh gosh, holy crap! There's like,
if you go ahead.
Oh, I have like a 47 to 50 minute time on the level, and it's in like Frog Forest. On the like, to get the emblem for that stage, you have to find every frog. It's actually ridiculous. It's actually stupid.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, if you plan on doing Sonic, well, you said you're gonna do Sonic Heroes eventually, like in 4 to 5 years, I don't know. So, do you think you'll do all 4 stories if you do it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that'd be all 4 stories?
Oh, hell yeah. I would do all 4 stories. I wouldn't get all the emblems solely because, again, I don't think I need to do that crap again.
You're brave, man.
I would, however, I have, when it comes to actually showing off, wait. No, you need all 7 Chaos Emeralds. I'd probably get like 1, maybe even 2 Chaos Emeralds, but I would probably just jump to my finished like 100% file just to show off Metal Madness. But I probably wouldn't show myself getting every single friggin' emerald stage, because I don't even think you can
Screw
actually
that.
just level select into the emerald levels.
No, you can't.
No,
you have to play through a level without getting hit with the key.
It's
Finishing
ridiculous.
it, and then hope to God you can actually control yourself in the special goddamn stage and get the emerald.
I love those. I love the music for those stages. Actually, man, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
they're fine. It's just the freaking controls are crap.
I had to figure out how to play that so hard. You have no idea, because I didn't understand what I was doing. You're like running through a tube, but then you have to collect like what looks to be like carnival balloons, and then once you get enough carnival balloons, you can pick up different carnival balloons, and it fills the gauge on the ground.
Boost.
But I didn't understand that the longer you actually held down the button, the more speed you actually like pick up. Gosh,
because you were just spamming it. So
what's that?
you were just spamming the boost button.
Oh yeah, and because it's so hard to get to, you don't really get practice time on these things, right?
Yeah, I get it.
But
I get it.
yeah, I would do all 4 stories, and I'll tell you why, actually, because it's kind of weird to say that, because for any of those who don't know, I mean, assuming everyone who's watching this probably knows, but all the stages are the same in Sonic Hero. Everyone's going to have to do Rail Canyon. Oh, gosh, that level scared the crap out of me. Everyone's going to have to do Rail Canyon. Everyone's going to have to do Mystic Mansion. Everyone's going to have to do Frog Forest, right? The difference is, depending on which team you're playing, the levels are lengthened or shortened. So Sonic is the default. Team Sonic is the default length of a stage, right? And then you have Team Rose. Team Rose has the shortest length of stages. They're just like Team Sonic stages, but they're cut off a little. They typically end probably about 3 to 4 minutes before a Sonic stage ends. Then we have Team Dark, who typically has more enemies, I believe, and they go on a bit longer. So as far as it goes, like if you do want to see the entire game, the best option is actually to just play Team Dark, because you'll get the full extra extended stages, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how you do it.
But they're like 10 minutes, which is, in my honest opinion, too long.
Too long for a stage, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Team Sonic ones are perfect, right? Like they're just as long as they have to be. I remember.
Depends. Depends.
Are we talking about Mystic Mansion? Because I did get lost in Mystic Mansion a lot.
Specifically.
Mystic Mansion. Okay, this is also worth mentioning. I have never had more stress playing a video game than I ever had in Rail Canyon. That stage is 100% pitfall, and it's grinding all the way. And if you fall, you just die. Like, that's it. I gamed over so many times on that level.
Yeah, but you could technically say the same thing about you know, what is it called again? It's in Sonic. God damn it! Why did I forget such a simple thing?
Which Sonic?
Yeah, you could technically say the same thing about Final Rush in Sonic Adventure 2. Like, most of it's grind rails, but
True.
the thing is,
Yeah.
switching grind rails in Sonic Heroes is glitchy as all hell.
Oh, dude, you just fly off them sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you really, really do. I feel so safe when I'm grinding in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Sorry, the other thing about Final Rush, though, is when you fall, there's also a chance, depending on where you are in the stage, you can even catch yourself on another part of the stage.
No, you just look badass when you do this.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And if you have the balls to go into a bounce bracelet, straight into it, yes. Yes.
That's just awesome.
Although, if you're playing Metal Sonic in a grind race with 2 people, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, you don't
Shame on you. That's not a victory. That is abuse.
Well, actually, Metal Sonic is just kind of broken in general.
He's
in this
so
game,
fast. Man.
Well, yeah, no, he's too fast.
People argue, he's like, but he doesn't have specials. Who cares?
If you get to the rings before everybody else, then you basically steal special abilities.
Exactly. And it's like, oh no, you hit me. Shame. I'll just pick up speed and get to where I was anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
I used to remember to do races, and actually, I still can't believe I actually did this. I was basically able to utilize Amy, the worst character in the entire multiplayer game, and was still able to beat my friends that were using Metal Sonic. I have no idea how I did it.
I remember when I used to teach my friends, because I love Chaos, right? He's one of my favorite villains. But
Oh, yeah.
early on, I learned that you don't play Chaos if you want to win. You play Tikal. And it's because
Yeah.
Tikal gets a special every, like, 10 to 15 seconds.
Yes.
So, like, my buddies who are, like, you know, playing Rouge or Knuckles or Chaos, I'm like, lightning strike, freeze time, lightning strike, freeze time, lightning strike. If you start the game and dig, there's a good chance you might even find yourself like a 20 ring. Oh, guess what? That's almost my best special in the game. Like, it's like playing the dirtiest thing you could ever do. Oh gosh, I love Sonic multiplayer. I really do, man. Like,
Sonic Adventure 2 has the best Sonic multiplayer ever.
oh man, do you ever like have your friends over and have like chow races and stuff? Because me and my friends used to religiously
yes.
race those little things.
Oh, you don't? You have no idea, man.
Gosh, so
You
much
have
time
no-
spent. Oh, that was really cool, by the way. I want to address the video here when you used your little speed dash to go up the ramps into the bumper. Pretty sneaky,
cool.
sis. That was also pretty cool,
Sneaky
too.
sis? Sneaky sis?
You ever see those commercials, Ollie?
What commercials?
Okay, so there were these commercials for, like, tic-tac-toe, right? And they would have
Okay,
two
I
siblings,
don't-
and they were playing tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
And while the commercial was going, they were explaining the rules of the game. And
Okay.
they'd be like, you have to win by matching 5 of your, like, you know, your little blocks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In a straight line. They can go any direction. And the kid, like, the brother is like, diagonally. And the girl, like, I guess tricks her brother into the win. And he looks at her and goes, pretty
Oh.
sneaky, sis. And that was the end of the trailer. Or the
Okay.
commercial. Anyway, I was one we always grew up with. Pretty sneaky, sis.
That's weird. Well, we don't have the same commercials here. Also, I don't watch TV, so I couldn't tell you.
That's right. You know what's funny? I stopped watching TV really young into my life. Well, I didn't have cable. I had a television, but man, that was gaming. That's how I used to entertain myself, right?
Yeah.
You have no
Good
idea how much
old-fashioned
time I
way.
spent playing Metroid Prime in my youth.
Oh, god damn it. I
Man,
couldn't tell you how much time I actually beat this game an entire weekend.
dude, that is
think like
unbelievable to me. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? Do you want me
I-
to blow your mind here, man? I'm gonna hit you with this.
Go
You're gonna
ahead.
look at me. You're gonna not even know what to say. I waited like 2 to 3 years after Sonic Generations came out to buy it.
Really?
I really wanted it. Like, I really wanted it. But it came out when I was in university, right? And
Oh, okay, so you didn't have any money.
I was broke. So to buy a video game was like, it wasn't even
Out
like
of
a
the
big
question.
deal. It just took a lot of preparation, right?
Yeah.
And I said to myself, well, all Sonic games drop in price really, really fast, right? Like, I just have to wait. So the saddest thing happened. Sonic Generations didn't drop in price. So like a year passed, and I was like, I mean, like, I can still wait. I can wait, right? So that
Yeah.
year passes, and I'm like, it drops down like $10, so it's like $40. And I was like, still kind of pricey. And then I wait like another year, and then it's like $30. And eventually, I remember I'll never forget this. I just had a terrible day at work, right? Just an awful, long, bad day at work. And I used to work right beside like an EB Games. And I hate EB Games, as you guys probably know. For those who watch my videos, know I have the biggest hate on for EB Games. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I could talk about that for hours, but I walked right out of my work, straight into the EB Games, or GameStop if you guys are in the US, and I just immediately bought Sonic Generations. Brand new copy, no questions asked, and I just bought this Generations, and I was like, I'm gonna feel good today, and I don't give a damn. Because there wasn't a thought in my mind that said, you're gonna hate Sonic Generations, or you're not gonna have fun with this game. Well, not even a thought. I was like, I'm gonna love this game, and it's gonna make me feel way better about this crappy job.
Ooh. Oh, that is a sweet thought.
That is how that went
Aw.
down. Other fun facts for you guys about Sonic. My first PS3 game ever purchased was Sonic 3. Or not Sonic 3, Sonic 06. Sorry, I don't know why I said Sonic 3. The Sonic 06 was my very first PS3 game I ever purchased. I bought it before I even bought the system. I remember that very
Okay.
well. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah,
First game you bought on the system before you actually bought the system.
It was, okay, I was saving up money for a PS3, right? And I said to
Alright.
myself, I need a little bit of incentive. I gotta give myself reason. And I didn't care what people said about Sonic 06, because I was hot off my heels of like playing, any Sonic game that it was coming out that I could get my hands on. And
Same thing here.
What's that?
Same thing here.
Yeah, exactly. So I bought it and I said, this is gonna be it. So it sat on my desk for like 3 to 4 months as I like saved up money to buy this PS4. Three. PS4, that's another I hate EB Games story. But that's for another time. That's actually, I don't want to tell that story because I think somewhere in the Metal Arms Let's Play, I don't exactly know where it is, but you might hear an earful about me and EB Games. And I'm not even kidding, like Ollie, I think it's actually about like a 15 to 20 minute video of just me complaining. Like, I am so mad. I am so mad. It is actually hilarious. I end this video and I'm out of breath, and Jesse's like, oh no, there's more, like tell them the time you tried to buy your PS4 or something like that. I'm like, I'm done, this isn't coming back. I'm not going into this in the next video. Forget it.
I just love when you just go and rage something. It's just so beautiful. It's like art.
It's like
challenges in a way that we didn't believe so before.
It doesn't hurt that I had an ex-girlfriend who used to work at EB Games, right? So that does not help my situation. But
no, not a bit.
No, it does not. I didn't care for them before that anyway, but you know, that does not help that situation. One that really got me in particular was around the time, because when she started working there, I started getting the ins and outs of the business, right? Yeah. I promise this won't go on long, guys. I'm sorry. But what I found out about EB Games staff, which they aren't supposed to reveal to the public, right? They're not supposed to reveal to the public, and they're not even supposed to do, as I found out as a corporate policy, right, is that EB Games staff are allowed to put whatever video games that come in as they are purchased or dropped off or sold or whatever, right? They are allowed to put them aside for themselves. Okay?
But, okay.
So if, let's say, Ollie, let's just say a really expensive, really hard to obtain game comes through, okay?
Yeah. You can just go and snag it for yourself.
Exactly. It's not that you snag it. It's the fact that, because if you can't afford that game, you don't have to put it on the shelf to sell. You can keep it in the back room and hoard it until you want to buy it. And people who she worked with were telling me stories like, oh no man, I've had a copy of like the Aliens vs. Predator real-time strategy game in the back for like 5 years. I'm actually just waiting for it to go down in price. So when it goes down in price, I'm gonna buy it. And I was like, that's disgusting for more than one reason.
It is.
I want the Alien vs. Predator real-time strategy game.
Me too. It sounds awful.
It does sound awful, and I wanted to play it, but I couldn't buy it. But anyway, so it was. I actually one day, I eventually actually got to see what what the collections were like what these people actually had stored away for themselves. And Ollie, it wasn't like 1 or 2 games. These people had like entire libraries hidden in the back, just conserved for themselves. They were doing stuff like taking pre-orders, and this is also in the video.
Taking pre-orders?
No, shame on them. But they were actually, and this again, it's in the video with the Metal Arms one, so I won't go too far into this, but they take pre-order bonuses for themselves. They were selling them for a while, I remember that. So anytime they had like a pre-order bonus that they thought they could make a bit of money off of, they would like take them and sell them. And you know, because it technically says in the articles, while supplies last. So you can actually tell someone like, oh, I'm sorry, there was a big rush in the morning, everyone came and picked it up, I'm out of them, right? Yeah. Not the case. But anyway, that's it. Those are my EB Games rants for this Sonic video. There's lots. It's a whole treasure trove of pissed off Trevor, but it's.
I do not like this. I do not like the sound of this at all.
The sound of pissed off Trevor, or the sound of EB Games ripping me off?
No, EB Games. I'm pissed off all the time, so I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh. But yeah, anyway, it gets out of hand with them a lot. I've heard some real horror stories. We all have one.
I don't. I've never went to EB Games, actually. There's like a local store around here which is so much better. And I even do reviews for them some of the time, so I just have a really good like relation with these guys. That's great.
That's good though. That's good. I stopped using EB Games the moment that I realized that Best Buy matched How are you alive? The moment Best Buy started matching Amazon prices. So I would seriously, you know, when I bought like Call of Duty Ghost, right? Not a huge Call of Duty player, but like when Call of Duty Ghost came out, it was like 70, 80 bucks, right? And
yeah.
Amazon had this deal, and it was like, get Call of Duty Ghost for like $29.99. And I like got in my car, drove down the road, and I was like, will you match this price? And they were like, of course we will. And I was like, sweet. That was the day I stopped using video or EB Games. I started buying.
So awesome.
Oh man. But anyway, I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry for the rant. That was fun though. I always have fun playing Sonic and talking about Sonic. So
it's a blast talking with you, just hearing all your stuff you tell me.
There is so much more. I wish I was kidding. I have hundreds of them. Anyway, thank you for watching Let's Play Sonic Generations bonus missions with myself, Trevor from Gaming Memoirs, and Ollie from Oliver the Gamer 3. And I'm gonna get it, man. You better believe by the end of the series, I'm gonna be just as fast. Way past fast. Gosh. Anyway, you can ring us out this time. Feel free to chime us out.
Oh, chime us out. Wait, I gotta think of something creative here. It's not something I usually do, so that'll do. Our weird moaning will do, I guess.
Y'all need Jesus.
Y'all need Jesus. Don't use my phrase against me.